It's book review time again, and since the last audio book review or video book review I did went out and it was fairly well received, I figured one more wouldn't hurt. Today I'm talking a little bit about Chased by Love by Melissa Foster, and I have to say I've probably read 15, 20 of her books. They never disappoint me. But the one thing that I love in a book is a strong female character. Trish Rider is definitely strong, maybe sometimes a little too tough for her own good. It's an outer thing that happens when you grow up, at least from what I understand, with a lot of brothers. Too much testosterone in the house, but it works. I don't know firsthand because I don't have any brothers, but it makes some sense when I look at it through the eyes maybe of one or the other of my two daughters who have four brothers. But even stranger than that, because the book is part of the Love in Bloom series, and it's dealing with the writers. Trish is a writer. Probably Boone Stryker, the male character in this book, is my favorite, even over the writer men. I'm not quite sure what it was about him. I'm not quite sure why I think he's the best, but something between the vulnerability that he shows and yet the strength that he portrays as he takes care of other people in his life just makes me want to reach out and grab him in a big hug. I'm not sure, but he is my favorite right now. I'm sure that Melissa can top that, but I'm okay if she doesn't. The other big thing about the book that I really loved was Hurricane West Virginia. I know, I'm an upstate New York girl. I live in Western North Carolina. What the heck could I possibly like about Hurricane West Virginia? I went to school in West Virginia. There isn't anything about West Virginia that I don't like, other than the problems they're having in Huntington with heroin. I like the mountains. I like the rivers in West Virginia. I like looking at pictures at the Greenbrier, even though I really don't like golf. I find all kinds of things about West Virginia intriguing, and I know where Hurricane is. A lot of people reading that book probably have no clue, thinks she made the town up. But there actually is a Hurricane West Virginia. I have not been there, but I do know where in the state it is. And that just was like, my adopted home state of West Virginia. Yeah. I can live with a good book about West Virginia. And there wasn't truthfully, there's not a whole lot that goes on in Hurricane. It's not a big place. I have to think the reason I know where it is because one of my roommates was from there when I was in college. So I know it's not real big. The portrayal of it is perfect in my mind. And the fact that it plays a big part in her book made me very happy. I would think that anyone could go out and pick up this book and read it. I talked about it being part of a series, but you don't have to have read any of the other Love and Bloom books. You don't even have to have read any of the other books where the writers are the main characters. You will be able to pick up this book and read it from cover to cover and fall in love with the characters and probably Hurricane without any issues at all. So I really strongly suggest that you do that.